Good afternoon and welcome to Spectrum Television News at 12. I am Uyai MM, come to you live from Uyo. Let's take a look at the headlines. Federal government promotes 30 senior Cadre Correctional officers. ANEC warns parties against premature 2027 campaigns. Plus, Brazil judge places former President Jair Bolsonaro under house arrest. We'll bring you details of these stories and more in a moment. Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. We begin this afternoon from the national scene where Vice President Kashim Shettima has said that implementation of Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zones SAPZ will catalyze an industrial revolution in agriculture, fostering innovation and inclusive growth. Speaking through Minister of Agriculture and Food Security Abubakar Kyari at the groundbreaking in Ibadan, Oyo State, he said the initiative is a step toward positioning Nigeria as a competitive global agricultural player. Shettima noted that SAPS is a key component of President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda, which seeks to restore national dignity, unlock economic potential, and expand opportunities for Nigerians. He, however, highlighted the strategic collaboration between the federal government, state governments, and international development partners, including the African Development Bank (AFDB), the International Fund for Agricultural Development (IFAD), and the Islamic Development Bank (ISDB), in driving the SAPS initiative. Away from that, the Civil Defense Correctional Fire and Immigration Services Board (CDCFIB) has approved the promotion of 30 senior officers of the Nigerian Correctional Service to the rank of Assistant Controller General of Corrections. The announcement, which was made in a press statement signed by the NCOS spokesperson Umar Abubakar, noted that the promotions were made in line with CDCFIB's commitment to merit-based advancement, professional excellence, and the continuous strengthening of leadership within the Nigerian Correctional Service. According to the statements, the promotion exercise was set to align with the ongoing reforms in the service, a key part of President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda. He further stressed that the promotions are not merely rewards for past service, but a call to higher responsibility in line with global best practices in correctional management, noting that the service remains committed to building a motivated, disciplined, and professional workforce capable of meeting the complex demands of modern corrections and public safety. In a separate development, the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, has urged Nigerian youth to rise to the current global demands in pursuing their life's goals. Oluremi enjoined Muslim youths across the country to brace up to the challenges of the rapidly changing world, hinting that technology, values, and ideologies are constantly evolving. Senator Remi said this in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital, where she was the special guest at the 4-day National Higher Institutions Convention of Muslim Students organized by the Muslim Student Society of Nigeria in Ilorin, Kwara State. Represented by the Special Assistant to the President, Public Affairs and Strategy in the Office of the First Lady, Abdul Rahab Allahir King, the First Lady said her office remained committed to ensuring promises contained in the renewed hope agenda of the present administration were fulfilled. She advised the youth to rise as leaders, thinkers, and pilots by rising above the board in their pursuit, especially those that would effect positive changes in society. On electoral matters, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has cautioned political parties and candidates against the engagement in premature electioneering activities ahead of the 2027 general elections, declaring that such actions are in clear violation of the Electoral Act. The Chief Press Secretary to the INEC Chairman, Rotimi Oyekami, said the Commission has not yet released the official timetable or schedule of activities for the 2027 polls. Oyekami's caution came amid growing public concern over the rising presence of political posters, subtle endorsements, and escalating verbal exchanges among political figures. He cited Section 94, Sub 1 of the Electoral Act 2022, which provides that campaigns by political parties may only begin 150 days before polling day and must end 24 hours before voting commences. Oyekami further referenced Section 95, Sub 1, which mandates that campaigns must be conducted in accordance with INEC regulations. In education, the West African Examinations Council (WAEC) has released the 2025 West African Senior School Certificate Examination results for school candidates. Addressing reporters, WAEC's head office in Nigeria, Dr. Amos Dagnot, noted that the results showed a decline in performance. The HNO said there was a 33.8% decrease in performance of those who compared to last year's examination results. The examination body said 38.32% of the candidates who took part in the examination made credits in 5 subjects, including English language and mathematics. Dangot noted that this year's examination was written from April 24 to June 20 by 1,969,313 candidates out of 1,973,365 registered candidates. The HNO announced that the results of 192,089 candidates, representing 9.75% of the total number of candidates who sat the examination, were withheld in connection with various reported cases of malpractice. He put the number of candidates in this category at 2.17%, lower than the 11.90% recorded last year. According to him, WAEC has introduced the serialization of objective test question papers in mathematics, English language, biology, and economics to curb malpractice. Back on the home front, Akwa Ibom State Governor Pastor Moino, who has kicked off the membership revalidation and registration exercise of the Akwa Ibom State chapter of the All Progressives Congress, as he validated his membership at Ibiakpan Obotom Ward 2 in Surubim local government area. The governor, who secured